It's all about humanity.
And here we are, people. Welcome in. I can see the regulars joining. It is 6 p.m. on Monday, the 26th of August, 2024. I'm Brian, the UK Bitcoin Master. This is the Bullish Bitcoin channel. Welcome in. Don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to retweet this. Share it where you're listening, where you're watching. This goes out on Rumble, BitChute, on the usual podcast platforms. I just want to say happy August bank holiday to those of you in the UK, or those of us in the UK that have taken a day off work and enjoying some time with family. But that said, you will never see me not doing a live show on a bank holiday. For me, every Monday and every Thursday is Bitcoin Show Day. So if you're new to the channel for the first time, read the disclaimer down the bottom. No financial advice here, people. So whatever you do, do not come looking for it. You're not going to find charts, technical analysis, price predictions, none of them. So do your own research and only buy what you could realistically afford to lose, as with any investment. I would encourage you all to go into the show notes and follow me somewhere else, particularly when I start talking about the news, okay? And you'll understand why going into the show notes and clicking that Linktree link and following me somewhere else is so blooming important. And I won't steal the thunder of the show, but you'll see why shortly. Also, if you're not on the Orange Pill app, why not? You should be on it. It's a Bitcoin-only app. Find Bitcoiners in your local area. But again, I could bang on for hours and hours about it, and it would mean nothing. Listen to this guy.
When I finally got Bitcoin, it hit me like a lightning bolt. This was the currency of the future, the only money that truly mattered. But there was a problem. I was a lone hodler in a sea of skeptics. That is, until I discovered the Orange Pill app. Suddenly, I was connected with a network of like-minded Bitcoin enthusiasts right in my own city. The Orange Pill app is more than just a social network. It's a community of passionate individuals determined to change the world, one Satoshi at a time.
It's the name of the game, isn't it? Changing the world. One person, one sat at a time. If you're going to join Orange Pill app, you just will use my link and get yourself 10,000 sats on joining. That's your call entirely. Quick shout out to the show sponsors, the best of Exmoor. So looking forward in September to spending some time in one of these beautiful holiday cottages. If you are looking for a holiday where you could pay in cash or pay in currency, or Bitcoin, Chris is a Bitcoiner. You can see it top left, Bitcoin accepted here. Everything you could ever want, over 200 cottages there, from pet friendly to swimming pool to sea view to lovely country walks, sleep 1, sleep 20. So as Chris is a Bitcoiner and he is supporting this channel, can I encourage you all to at least scan the QR code or click the link in the show notes and at least go and have a look around so that Chris can see that my promoting him is at least getting traffic. Again, like I said, you can pay in Bitcoin, you can pay in crappy currency, and you can also get a discount using my QR code. A few more times of plugging this. If you're in Scotland or near Scotland, north of England, and you want a great Bitcoin day where Alan Farrington will be there, along with representatives from Samson Mows Jan 3, amongst others. They've got a great Bitcoin day going on up there. There it is, 31st of August. You can actually find it by going to Glasgow Bitcoin, and in my show notes there's a link to the website, so definitely worth checking that out. Okay, let me come back here for a moment. Right, who have we got in the chat on this Bank Holiday Monday? Regulars, JB Bitcoiner is with us. Lance Hoddle, good to see you. Just saw you in Adam Meister's chat. Stuart Griffiths, good to see you, Stu. Bella Draven, Bella, good to see you. You're a great support lately. Well done. Chaz Oid, welcome. Good to see you. Also, Eddie Willers, you know who you actually are. John G's in the house. Mr. 60 is with us. Elaine, Mrs. UK, also from somewhere in the UK. Probably downstairs. BitcoinMaster is with us. I've just been funny enough, this is my commitment to Bitcoin and learning. Adam went live at, I don't think it's just about 5:15 or 5:05 my time, I believe. And I was literally, I had Adam on my second monitor listening to his show as I was prepping my own show. And then, of course, Adam goes and does that in reverse and is supporting me in this show. So shout out to BitcoinMaster. Been a great support to me over the last 7.5 years. Mr. 60, I've shouted out. Mike Dooley, dog walking in sunny Surrey. Enjoyed the dog walk. Mike MW, good to see you, buddy. Not quite sure where you are in the world right now, but good to see you. Johnny Midas from the desert. Phil Volman, we've got Cleveland, Ohio in the house. This is Pastor Phil. Good to see you. Mike, welcome. Michael Weber is with us. Crikey, it goes on. Good ones today. Who else? Bram VDB, good to see you as well. If you want to shout out, you just got to type in my name, BitcoinMeister, then a message, and I'll gladly give you a shout out. One last one, Kate Linden, my lovely granddaughter. Welcome to you, sweetheart. Fantastic. Good to see you with us as always. So I want to get into the news. And as again, before I do that, happy August bank holiday to all my fellow countrymen here in the UK. Although the UK's going to the dogs, we won't talk any more about that. But I want to get on with the show. Okay, so going to get over to my desktop. And here's the first one. I don't want that one. We've already covered that. Hold on a second. Let's get rid of that. Right. For those that don't know, and you should probably all know by now, if you're a Bitcoiner, you'll know this. Steve Redding, good to see you. Simply Bitcoin, Nicos' channel was taken down over the weekend. It might have been Friday. I've lost track. I think it might have been Friday now. And for no apparent reason. Now, you got to keep in mind that he's got a team of people. They're on a payroll. He's made this his income. And then YouTube, for no reason whatsoever, goes and takes his site down. It happened to mine. It happened to BitcoinMeister several years ago. So that is why I keep saying, follow me somewhere else. I'm on Rumble, UKBitcoinMaster 1. That's the number 1. Okay. I'm on BitChute. I've got a backup channel, UKBitcoinMaster. No, sorry, it's not. I've got a backup channel, UK Bitcoiner, that is lying dormant, that I used last time this channel was taken down. And if this was taken down, I'd move my streaming software across to UK Bitcoiner, and then I would carry on going live. So those people that follow me at UK Bitcoiner, you would know what's happened straight away. For those that don't, you're like a tree. You stood still. You don't do anything. You won't know. And you go, oh, I wonder what happened to UK BitcoinMaster. He hasn't been live for a few weeks. Follow me at UK Bitcoiner, and then you would know. So here's living proof again that even though you conform to all the rules, you play by YouTube's guidelines, they go and take this channel down. And we've all done our bit to, tweet at YouTube to try and help Nico get his channel back. But as yet, he hasn't got it back. So, they're trying to close in on us. If that weren't enough, I don't use Telegram. I would just put it out there because it leaks data, etc. That's not the point. Their founder, Pavel Durov, has been arrested in France for supposedly not monitoring or taking down sensitive stuff. And he's saying, no, I'm not going to. So it says here, the billionaire founder of encrypted messaging app Telegram has been arrested in France. The 39-year-old tech chief was reportedly detained after his private jet landed at Le Bourget airport on the outskirts of Paris. So again, they are doing everything they can to try and silence and shut off the on and off ramps to, Bitcoin, crypto, free speech platforms, etc. And here's just another case where they're trying to do that as well. So, I don't know the nitty gritties of all of this, but what I see as with my tinfoil hat on is they're doing everything they can to try and close on ramps, off ramps, anything to do with Bitcoin, crypto, and free speech. And you've got to be aware of that. So the point that I'm making after that is, do you have Bitcoin? Because it really, really, really is an escape valve. Ask those poor people that fled Ukraine across the border, those young lads with nothing but the clothes on their back and a hardware device in their pocket. Okay, we've got more. This is particularly for Mac users, and I'm a Mac user. So this is just a warning for you all. If you are a Bitcoiner, beware. Amos malware clones wallet apps and comes for your crypto. Malware program Atomic Mac OS, or Amos, now has a new capability. So it's obviously an old bit of malware, but they've just got a new capability that allows it to clone wallet apps and steal crypto from users. According to an August 5 report from cybersecurity firm Moonlock Lab, the program is experiencing a resurgence, with the firm spotting it being advertised through Google AdSense. In the advertisements, it masqueraded as popular Mac OS programs, including screen sharing app Loom, user interface design tool Figma, VPN TunnelBlick, and instant messaging app Calzi. So if you're using any of those, be mindful. But specifically, it can clone the Ledger Live software used by Ledger hardware wallet owners. So if you're using a Ledger, how many times have I said, don't use a Ledger? If you're using a Ledger, get a cold card, get a Blockstream Jade, get something, but get away from Ledger Live. Here's another instance, and don't say you haven't been warned, people. Everyone keeps saying, oh, it's all right. No, Ledger's okay. Well, clearly it isn't. So it's used by Ledger hardware wallet owners. Moonlock emphasized that this capacity has never been reported in a version of Amos before and represents a significant leap forward for the malicious program. On top of that, if you are not aware of I'm going to call it a virus, but it's probably using the wrong word. And I wasn't aware of this until our 21 Million Club meetup at the weekend when it got discussed. You need to research. If you use a Trezor or different devices, you need to research something called Skippy, Dark Skippy or something Skippy. And it is a virus that can actually, if you are sending out from a Trezor, I don't want to get into it. Do your own research. But this was highlighted at the weekend. We cannot be more, what's the word I'm looking for? We've got to be vigilant. If we're not vigilant, we could end out losing our Bitcoin when we think it's quite safe. So, dark web Skippy or something, Google it or speak to somebody that might know what the hell it is, but be aware of it. And of course, this is another reason I say you need to be on shows like this and others, where when we hear about this information, we'll at least let you know about it so that you can go away, dig in, do your own research and find out more about it. So there you go. Okay, what else have we got? The SEC pushes back against this fella's bid to dismiss $1 billion fraud case. Lock him up, throw away the key as far as I'm concerned. The SEC aggressively opposed RH's attempt to dismiss a $1 billion fraud case, arguing that his widespread promotion of unregistered digital assets like Hex, PulseChain, and PulseX directly targeted US investors. According to the SEC, also known as RS, allegedly raised over $1 billion from investors worldwide by selling unregistered securities and then misappropriated millions for personal luxuries, including cars and what he called the world's largest black diamond. Just search that name and you'll find him out there doing all these stupid dances with all these fancy clothes and cars and watches worth millions and goodness knows what. For me, people like that just really, it tries to sum up to the general public that just keep Bitcoin at a distance. That's what crypto's all about, Lambos and watches and, sort of flaunting what you've got, etc. And it's actually not. When you look at deep in, most Bitcoiners really want to make the world a better place. They really want to reach out and help people around that they know have some kind of escape valve from everything that seemed to be galloping towards us. And yet idiots like him just seem to, and I haven't named him so nobody can have me for slander, idiots like him just really give the industry a bad name. So lock him up and throw away the key as far as I'm concerned. That's just my own personal opinion. Okay, RFK Jr. backs Trump. He backs down from his own campaign and gets behind Trump. So here's the thing. I believe he's going after making the US healthy again, and sort of working on this, all the rubbish food that is produced and made and all that sort of stuff. But that's not the point. He's a Bitcoiner, and he's going to have Trump's ear, as well as Vivek and others, which, in my opinion, can only ever be good for Bitcoin and crypto. And I say crypto because I tend to agree with BitcoinMaster, who said in his chat a little while ago that, Bitcoin will go up and all the other crap coins will go up as well. So, let them go up. But for me, I'm holding the apex predator, and stuff like this can only ever be good for Bitcoin. So, RFK Jr., an independent candidate in the 2024 US presidential elections, has thrown his support behind Trump. This unexpected alliance led to a significant surge in the price of Bitcoin. Amongst other things, let me tell you now, we're at 63.7. Price is totally immaterial at the moment. What you should be interested in is if you've got $1 kicking around, you can currently get 1,569 sats for that dollar. Dr. Rob Davis is in the house. Good to see you. I don't think there's anybody else. Vinny Rondo's joined us. Welcome, Vinny. Smash the like button. Don't forget to do that. I got to tell you, people, thank you for all of your likes and everything else. But according to my software running right now, I've got close to double the amount of current viewers than I have likes. Now, I can't click and refresh that because I'll lose monitoring what's going on. But if you haven't hit the like button, can I beg you, please hit it. Everyone wants to hit it with the best will in the world, and they leave at the end and forget to. So, hey, listen, do me a favor. Do it right now, because the more likes it gets, and I've only got a small channel, the more likes it gets, the more people that this may reach, and we can save a few from going down the crap coin route and getting wrecked and losing all of their families' hard-earned savings. What else have we got? This one here. As the BRICS payment system attracts over 50 nations, could Bitcoin be the next addition? Well, we don't know that, but the point is, BRICS is growing like the clappers, and more of them are moving away from the dollar. So how that's all going to play out, I don't have a clue. I don't profess to know. I don't really want to know, to be honest. All I know is that is going to weaken the dollar over time, although in my own opinion, I believe the dollar will remain for my lifetime for sure. I can't see it going away anytime soon, but it's going to be hammered, it's going to be hit, and Bitcoin is going to grow alongside it. But the de-dollarization agenda is still on, as BRICS ideology resonates with over 50 nations that have expressed interest in joining the alliance before the 2024 summit. As we highlighted in our previous publication, this is a massive improvement over the 36 applications received from interested nations in March 2024. Now, according to the report, all interested parties are developing countries spread across 4 main regions, being Asia, Africa, South America, and Eastern Europe. And per our investigation, this growing ambition is linked with the unwavering desire to strengthen their local economies that are becoming worthless against the US dollar. So, will they accept Bitcoin? Won't they? Will they take it on? Won't they? Look, that's a $64 million question. I don't know. I haven't got any answers. I'm just bringing news that I think might be relevant to where it could ultimately take Bitcoin in the future. Now, here's the big one and the thumbnail, and that is this. If you're not aware, India, I believe, is the largest nation on the planet, or the largest country, over 1 billion in population, I believe. And this article is just talking about the fact that India to invite industry stakeholders to help shape the crypto policy in an upcoming consultation paper. So the Indian government is drafting a paper to address key crypto concerns as part of its push towards greater regulatory clarity surrounding the asset class. According to a CNBC TV 18 report on Wednesday, the Secretary of the Department of Economic Affairs is heading up a panel that is expected to publish a consultation paper with its release slated between September and October. Again, what I want you to do is imagine what could happen in terms of Bitcoin adoption / price / everything if India came in. And maybe they will come in with crap coins. But all crap coins, in my opinion, lead to Bitcoin. And all roads lead to Bitcoin. So this could be monumental if they start opening the doors. Okay. Andrew Williams, good to see you. Janet Yellen's liquidity is in the house as well. Smash the like buttons, people. We still have more viewers than likes. I'm trying. What else have we got? Tim Draper's at it again. He's just invested $2.5 million in Arc Labs to expand Bitcoin adoption. What is that about? Arc Labs, a budding startup dedicated to enhancing Bitcoin transactions, has raised $2.5 million in a pre-seed funding round. Arc Labs, which was founded recently, is on a mission to make Bitcoin transactions faster, cheaper, and more accessible. This investment highlights the growing interest in transforming Bitcoin from a speculative asset into a practical medium for everyday transactions. Yet another thumbs up or a finger in the sky, one more company starting to build and innovate on Bitcoin. So if you don't see all this playing out with everything that I cover on all of my shows, you can't be paying attention. El Salvador now holds 361 million in Bitcoin as the nation buys 1 Bitcoin every day. President Nayib Bukele recently announced that his administration had transferred a significant portion of its Bitcoin treasury into cold storage, with plans to secure it in a vault. This move aims to enhance the long-term security of the nation's digital assets and protect them from potential cyber threats. Since making Bitcoin legal tender in 2021, Bukele has been a vocal proponent of cryptocurrency adoption. His administration has launched initiatives including a Bitcoin mining operation powered by geothermal energy from a volcano and the introduction of volcano bonds backed by Bitcoin. So, I don't know. Even when I'm researching the show, my little brain is thinking, it's happening all around us. And all us plebs have got to do is just buy, batten down the hatches, hold, and then just get on with life and learn what we can at our own pace. That's all we've got to do. Ignore the fluctuations. Ignore the day-to-day price. Just zoom out at least 1 epoch or 4 years. And if you can, zoom out 8 or 12 years, 3 epochs. Think what this thing is going to be worth, I don't know, in 2036, 12 years from now. I can't even comprehend it. I really hope I'm around to see it. I really do. But for me, people say to me, oh, you're so bullish. Do you know what? I freaking am bullish. I've never been so bullish about anything in my entire life, bar marriage, my children, and 1 or 2 other things. But Bitcoin has just literally added 10, 20 years to my life in terms of my passion for learning and spending time deep down the rabbit hole. So here's my top advice. Don't be like this guy. Smeet Butt tweeted, every Bitcoin critic. I don't understand Bitcoin, but you're wrong about it. How many people, put it in the chat now, have had somebody tell you, yeah, Bitcoin's a scam? Have you done any research? No, it's just a scam. That is the typical person out there that, in my opinion, is going to die broke because they're closed-minded to everything. The one thing I've got going for me that I've had throughout my life is that I've always been open to at least looking at something, digging in, doing some research before I dismiss it out of hand. So I'm sure we all know a guy like this. I love this one from Hey Apollo. Look, every time Bitcoin touches this trend line, and I don't understand what the trend line is, don't ask me to. I told you I don't do charts, but I do show them. We ripped to a new all-time high. So look at all these arrows, and my simple question, or my question to you from a simple, regular working class guy is, if we've had 4 arrows like that, is it inconceivable to get another one as that line moves up, and then another one several years down the line as that line continues? Of course it's possible. You know, unless something crazy happens, unless one of the fundamentals of Bitcoin breaks, there is no reason this won't happen, because Bitcoin is being adopted day by day, week by week, month by month, and year by year. But of course, being the world we live in right now, we want to click a button and we have it right now. And that ain't Bitcoin. If you can learn delayed gratification, thanks BitcoinMaster, if you can learn to have a low time preference, i.e. have a savings mentality, stack sats as hard as you can whenever you can, and then understand that we will bounce off this line and go up again, then you're going to do really, really well. Here's one from Pete Rizzo. I love this one. He comes up with some great stuff. Chart showing the price of Bitcoin on this day 14 years ago. You could buy 10 Bitcoin for $1. Now, BitcoinMaster, you don't quite go back that far. I know you go back a decade, but people, can you just imagine being able to buy 10 Bitcoin for $1? Mind-blowing, is it not? Now, what I want you to get really is, imagine you're buying 1,500 sats right now for $1. What are they going to be worth in another 14 years? Sam Wright, hi. Rocky Palumbo, hi. Good to see you all. So my point is delayed gratification, low time preference, zoom out and think long term, and you ain't going far wrong. Who would have ever imagined you would see something like this on Caesar's Palace even 3 or 4 years ago? When I got in 2017, it was unheard of. It was inconceivable that we'd ever see something like this Bitcoin logo on Caesar's Palace, but it's happening. They also say Bitcoin's useless. It's got no use cases. Well, here's a really interesting one. Its transaction volume is more than double MasterCard and Visa combined. So don't let anyone tell you Bitcoin's going nowhere and it's got no use cases, because just looking at those transactions, 36.6 million transactions, or trillion, $36.6 trillion worth of transactions in 2023. People, what else do I have to do to help people get bullish? I'm assuming, looking at my chat, that every single one of you is already as bullish as I am. And if you're not, it is just no more than a rabbit hole journey. That's all you have to do. All I've done, left school at 15 with not a single qualification, was told I'd probably end up in a gang and in jail or something like that because I wouldn't learn. Well, indoctrination camps, you could call them now, couldn't you, really? I didn't want to learn. But I look around the world at some of the most successful people in life, and they didn't get a school education. They hated schooling, and I hated schooling. But you know, the one thing I got on my side, I'm very happy to go deep down a rabbit hole and learn like a madman. And that's all I've done. Do I understand it all at 65 years of age? No, I don't. But I know enough to know that I'm in the right place at the right time, and all we have to do is hang on as a family, and all is going to be fantastically well. I'm going back to the desktop because you know I won't do a show without a quote, and I love this one. Always do more than is required of you. Reach out, help someone else, because I believe that what goes round comes around. I believe if you give out, it's coming back. It's called the law of the universe. And I believe that if you give out and you keep giving out, the universe is going to bring that back to you. So always do more than is required of you. And that is what I try to do Always, when I run my show, I'm thinking of you guys watch it. Those of you that are in the chat, those of you that are watching silently, maybe the guy from BT, Sean, is on here and hasn't said anything. If you are on here, Sean, great chatting with you the other day on the telephone. And if you are on here, I hope you got something from it. For those that want to support the show, and you don't have to, there's just some Sats addresses. There's a QR code to buy me a cup of coffee from anywhere in the world. It really does work. You can keep your Bitcoin and send a bit of crappy fiat. But again, I do not run the show for any type of financial donations. This is where I differ from Nico and Simply Bitcoin. They have made a business out of it. I haven't. So if my show goes down, that's it. I don't lose any money. I've got other income streams. So that takes one monumental amount of pressure off of me. I'd only be gutted if the show went down, because I love going live with you guys in the chat every Monday and every Thursday. And I've got to say, I thank you for your support, your ongoing support. But your ongoing support could go a long way by picking up the link to my channel or this show and sharing it with 5 friends and just saying, go and have a listen to this crazy Brit talking about Bitcoin, because I love having you guys in the chat. But what I want is some newbies in the chat saying, hi, I'm here for the first time. I got a link from Stu. I got a link from Michael Lillienfeld. I got a link from Rocky Palumbo, Stephen Redding, Sam Wright, whoever. I thought I'd come and check out your crazy show. That's how we help that adoption push on that little bit quicker. That's it. I'm done. I'm out of here. Thanks for being here. We had an incredible 21 million club on Saturday. Really enjoyed it. Fantastic. Do check out the Skippy. I'm going to call it a virus, but Rocky's going to kill me. It's not a virus. But do check it out, people. You at least need to be aware of it. That's all I would say to you. I'm done. Be back on Thursday, 6 p.m. London. I'm going to leave you, as I always do, with my social media links. That's not them. I've moved the buttons on my Stream Deck. Social media links coming up. I'm going to catch you all on Thursday. Have a great week, whatever you're doing.
Bitcoin and things like it is the equivalent of the red pill.
This is a technology, it's a computing language, and I can build an app on it.
Is Bitcoin the currency of the future?
Crypto gang, it's the game, big game.